You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, B&B fans. It's Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your early edition spoilers for next week, Monday, March 11th through Friday, March 15th. I feel like right now we're actually in February sweeps because there's so much going on and it's good stuff. Whereas during regular sweeps, we just had the teeny bopper weird drug mint show. So yay to Bold and Beautiful for giving us something better in March. Hey, if you haven't, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our updates. And now let's dive into these early edition spoilers. And if you are a regular here, then you know that when I do the earlies, I also tell you what's going on the rest of this week, just to give you context for those early spoilers for next week. So on Wednesday, March 6th, we have Hope Logan consoling her daddy, Deacon Sharpe. He is grieving. He was so hard hit at the morgue. I thought we might see more of Kimberlin Brown laying on that slab, but we only got just a few seconds of her. Really, he barely looked at her face. He did not count the toes. I don't think he thought he had any reason to. Somebody here in the comments, and I'm sorry, I can't remember your name, said that she has 9 lives, and I replied back, one for each toe. I still don't think she's dead. All right. Liam gets up in Finn's face on Wednesday and tells them, I'm going to be there for Steffy if you are not going to be. I wonder if Finn is going to walk in on the whole Liam and Steffy hugging, since Lee Finnegan told her son, you need to be there for your wife and stop this Sheila nonsense, or is Liam going to show up to Finn's office uninvited as he's done before? We shall see. Thursday, March 7th, Finn is going to spend some time with Steffy, and it's going to be the first time since she was killed. So like a different day, different clothes, stuff like that. And hopefully the blood's off the carpet. Hopefully Liam is not around. The big question is, can they see eye to eye? Can they glue back together the damage this has done to their marriage? To Finn's credit, he doesn't want to be having these conflicting feelings, but he has these feelings. And so he's just trying to sort it out, and everybody's angry with him and he's sad, and it's just a mess. And I feel like this whole thing is just to set up a Liam and Steffy reunion. And I know a lot of you guys want that, which is fine. It's fine. But yeah, we'll see. Getting messy. Friday, March 8th. 2024, Finn is haunted by memories of his biological mother, Sheila. I'm sure he's going to look back at some of their past interactions where he's like, you can't be around me, go away, you can't be in my life. And, maybe he's going to have buyer's remorse about some of those ultimatums. And then also on Friday, we're back to the Teeny Bopper show. We've got Luna Nozawa wanting to come clean to RJ Forrester about popping her mom's drug candy. I'm not going to call it a mint. Those are just pills. And Poppy Nozawa, her mom, and Zende Forrester, her accidental one-night stand, are trying to shut Luna down and get her to not confess so she doesn't ruin her relationship. You would think that Zende would want her just to go ahead and ruin her relationship because he said he wants to be with her. However, he may not want the fist to his face that I'm guessing is going to come once it all comes out. But maybe it won't come out till the following week. So then we dive into the week of March 11th through 15th. Finn is struggling. He's going to continue to struggle. And the gap between himself and Steffy may widen. The gap between himself and his adoptive mother may widen. Lee was not even sympathetic, really. Her attitude is, I'm your mom, not her. I agree. She raised him. She adopted him. She loved him. And, Sheila Carter is a psycho come lately into his life, but she used the same kind of trigger words that Ridge used. Remember, he called Sheila an animal. And we saw in the most recent episode, Lee Finnegan called Sheila heartless, soulless, and vile. Like, she took what Ridge said and like took it to the nth degree. And Finn was just really, really struggling with that. Speaking of struggling, Deacon Sharpe is just gobsmacked. He cannot accept the reality that the woman he loves is really gone. He is grieving. He is angry. And I'm certain he is going to want Steffy to pay. Meanwhile, Liam is going to use all of this as an opportunity to slide in closer to Steffy. And I know he tells Finn, be there for your wife, or I am, but I'm sure Liam is hoping that Finn is not going to be there for his wife so that Liam can be. You know, he's obviously convinced that he's better for her. Ridge may soon be convinced that Liam is better for her. You know, we'll see. Steffy is struggling with these frustrations with Finn. She wants her marriage back together. She hates the fact that she took someone's life, but I know she is happy that Sheila Carter is no longer drawing breath. And then this time she has spent with Liam is no doubt going to amp up his interest in trashing her marriage. Hope Logan continues to be sympathetic to Deacon and Finn, and I'm just wondering at what point Brooke and Ridge are going to tell her that they don't agree. And I think Hope is actually being the most fair of anyone right now because she's not excusing Sheila of anything. She's like, Sheila was bad, but I understand why you're upset, Dad. I know you loved her. Sheila was awful and she shot you. Yes, Finn, but I understand why you're upset. I think she is being kind to the people who cared about Sheila that are still alive. I mean, there's no reason to really be nasty at this point. Sheila's dead. That's what everybody wanted. They got it so they could give a little grace to Deacon and Finn because this problem woman is gone, but nobody's going to. Nobody except for Hope, it seems. So at the end of this week, we have Luna wanting to come clean to RJ and everybody trying to stop her. And that's going to have her acting really edgy around RJ. And I think he's going to worry that he's done something wrong. Like when she wasn't calling him back that day, when she was angsty after waking up in bed with Zende, she was trying not to talk to him. And I'm sure it's going to be more of that kind of thing. She doesn't want to lie to him. And so maybe not being in his orbit is an easier way to do it, but that's going to make him a little more paranoid. And Zende and Poppy are going to continue to conspire to help Luna out, even though they're not listening to her. I'm also wondering if Sheila Carter is actually going to get a funeral. I mean, I'm sure Deacon and Finn would want to be able to say goodbye, even a little memorial. It might be a crowd of 3. I mean, I think Hope would probably show up for them. You would think some other people would show up, not to honor Sheila, but to support Deacon and Finn just because they're sad. We'll see how it goes. More questions about who from Sheila's past was in town. And I've said this, I'm not certain she's dead. It could have been Sugar. Sugar looks just like her. If you don't know who Sugar is, go back on the BB playlist or scroll down and look for my video titled Sheila Carter is Alive ? Because it definitely could have been Sugar and there's definite reasons to think about it. And there's always the chance that that was one of her kids, the lady named Lucy. I still think there's more to that. Will Steffy be arrested next week, or can they lock this down as self-defense? That's going to be looming over Steffy's head because there was no sign of forced entry and no weapon in Sheila's hand, if that was indeed Sheila. So the optics look very bad. We will have more spoilers for you later this week, a full roster of weekly spoilers, 2-week spoilers, casting news, all that good stuff. Thanks for tuning in. Please click subscribe if you haven't already, and definitely come back soon. We are here every single day talking bold and beautiful, and this is Belinda from Soap Dirt.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.